Thompson dialogue stream.
Now, let's get down to business, specifically the business of war. President Eisenhower in the 50s warned us to beware of the military-industrial complex. Ask yourself, who operates this complex? Government officials and the executives of war corporations who are in bed with each other. Let's investigate a couple of financially illicit affairs. President Johnson and Bell Helicopters. 5 days after Kennedy was killed, the contract to manufacture helicopters by Cayman was transferred to Bell. Johnson had stock in Bell while escalating the Vietnam conflict. Vice President Cheney and Halliburton. Prior to 2000, Cheney was CEO of Halliburton. In Iraq, the War Corporation was awarded contracts worth billions, while Cheney still owned stock options. President George W. Bush and Carlyle. Carlyle is a secretive D.C. firm investing heavily in war corporations. Their executives include Bush Sr., Secretary James Baker, and CIA Director Richard Darman. So how is the American public fooled by all this hanky-panky inside the Beltway? By convincing us that the military is protecting us from evil forces and preserving our way of life. Let's take a closer look under the sheets. The Vietnam's domino theory. We fight communism in Southeast Asia before the Reds invade California. Ho Chi Minh was our ally during World War II, feared China and was open to friendly relationship with us. Iraq and weapons of mass destruction. Saddam Hussein is about to kill us all. We supplied Hussein with weapons during his war with Iran. Afghanistan and the war on terror. We must kill Osama bin Laden and the Taliban to prevent another 9/11. We trained Osama bin Laden and supplied his forces with weapons in the war with Russia. I ask you, if these people were so evil, how come we slept with them in the first place? And who keeps the sheets clean? The media. War corporations are major advertisers in print, TV, film, and some, like GE at one time, actually owned NBC. The challenge we have is not exposing how the military-industrial complex operates. That has been done. The challenge is to make the so-called silent majority take notice and become the vocal majority. I would like to end my talk with this quote by President Eisenhower. Every gun that is made, every warship launched, every rocket fired signifies in the final sense a theft from those who hunger and are not fed, those who are cold and are not clothed. This world in arms is not spending money alone. It is spending the sweat of its laborers, the genius of its scientists, the hopes of its children. This is not a way of life at all, in any true sense. Under the clouds of war, it is humanity hanging on a cross of iron.